Hey guys, welcome to Quinn Street Farm, coming to you straight through the power of YouTube, right from Cornville, Maine. Today, we're going to do some really fun stuff. I am going to fertilize some littles with my Hardi Sprayer and put some Miracle Grow on them. I don't know why I'm using Miracle Grow, except that it was the only thing at the Tractor Supply. Hey, first thing I want to do is I got this tank of water from one of the farm ponds up the road. And one of the things that I'm concerned about is, and I can't pronounce it very well, but phytophoria, I think is what they call it. But it's a bacteria and fungus and stuff for root rot in trees. And it collects in ponds and stagnant water sources. Now, I was talking to one of my grower friends, and he said that in the springtime it's probably not as big a deal as when it heats up in the summer and fall. But just to be on the safe side, I researched with the Maine University Maine Cooperative Extension Office. Brett Johnston is the Christmas tree guru up here, and I asked him what he thought about putting some bleach in my tank of water. And I was going to put all of this bleach in the tank of water, and luckily I didn't, because he suggested that we should put 100 milliliters of bleach in the water based on his calculations. So we're going to do that, let that swish around, get the tractor on the trailer, and head over to Mills Field where we can put some Miracle Grow down. All right, so we're going to go to 100 mLs. Now I figure this isn't going to be enough to hurt anything, and if it works, it works. All right, so in the meantime, we can talk about the plant food that I got. So I went to Tractor Supply and I got a couple of boxes of all-purpose plant food. It's got an NPK of 24, 8, 16, and some micros in there. And my thought is I have some struggling plants from last year's planting over at the Mills field that just didn't seem to be too happy. And I thought if we had something soft like a Miracle Grow, you can do some foliar spraying with that we'd overspray them and maybe just get them a little bit of a boost to see if we can get the color up and get some nutrients to them. All right, so this is the Hardi Sprayer that came with the field, and it's a 53-gallon tank, PTO driven, and it's come in really handy, both for spraying herbicide and then trying it with fertilizer. And what we're going to do is when we get to the field, I can fill the small tank off the tractor with the liquid, with the water from the bulk tank, and then we'll put the fertilizer in this tank. That way we have water that's separate from this. So if we wanted to do something else with the water, we could. This is a really cool system. So when it's not spraying, it regurgitates back and it returns into the tank, so it keeps all that stuff mixed up really well, and I like that a lot. It's a pretty cool idea. I have 3 valves, 2 of them are on, so this operates that nozzle and this operates that nozzle, and then if I wanted to put a sprayer, I could have the middle nozzle maybe be a sprayer to the front. This increases the pressure, and there's a gauge here. And then this, you can turn it on and off. So if you want it shut off and on. And I don't know, I think this one's old enough to vote, but all the parts seem to be fairly replaceable and readily available. So what I did is, as you can see, I kind of made up a little makeshift wand there and just put wire ties to it. Eventually, I'd like it to stick out a little bit further and maybe hinge it with a spring, so if we hit something, or you could even run the lines up to the front so you could see kind of where you're going a little bit. But right now this works out pretty well. Now last night I took these off, and I had some 10-10-10 that I mixed in the tank, and I just wanted to get it out on the ground, and all I did was took my nozzles off and just let the water come out of the the pipe there, I was running down the edge of each tree band and letting that water in. Why am I doing this with water and not granular? The simple answer is the cheap broadcast spreader that I got from Tractor Supply broke when I tried to put lime down, because I had gotten powder lime, and when you put powder lime in a spreader and then let it get rained on, it turns into like a concrete, and then you try to spin it and it breaks things. So don't do that. The other thing is especially with the urea, straight urea nitrogen, I think that I can dilute it, and I could turn this into a foliar thing, or even just control a little bit better how, where, and when I want to get it to where I need to go. All right, so here I am at the field that we're going to spray, and I wanted to just show you what the trees look like. Now, some of them are really thriving. I haven't been here for a little while and they look really good, but you can see kind of, I think, why I want to do something with them. So these were the trees that we planted last April, and I think they got hit pretty hard. They were 2-2s, and they were a little small, and they were planted with a planting bar. And while they seem to be doing a little bit better this week, I just wanted to give them a little bit of food to maybe help them along and see. And I think with the Miracle-Gro, it's going to be light enough that it shouldn't harm them. I don't think I'm going to burn them. So I had gone ahead and made this whole ending, and my microphone had died halfway through it. So now I'm back to wrap it up here, but that was the sprayer, kind of real quick in a nutshell. We put 50 gallons over those two parcels, so about an acre worth of trees, and we'll see how they go. I think I did definitely I didn't over fertilize, I don't think, and we'll see if it helps, and maybe we can do it again in a couple weeks. I think I want to trade out those fertilizer wide broadcast sprayer tips for maybe a more focused triangle tip, definitely. And other than that, I think it worked really well. So in the future, when we start working on maybe doing some herbicides with the sprayer, we'll try to go over and calibrate it so it's a little bit better. But yeah, that's where we're at. Things are going well here at the farm. So, you know, I'd really rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else. So there we go, my friends. I'll see you soon.